Hey, it's Luke here with Foxscapes. We just wrapped up this awesome project down here on Duck Lake. This place is sweet. We've come to call it the Castle. It's our name for the project. We're gonna take you guys through a walk around, show you our mindset, our process, and how we're able to pull this one off. Right out back here, this is where the customer and I first walked. They were showing me their timber walls that were failing. This one here was like leaning out like 10 degrees towards a neighbor's house. This one in the back here, it was made out of a 2x10, I want to say, retaining the house back here too. And then the staircase coming down had like a PVC handle to hold on to that kind of bowed in the middle, and the steps were like walking on thin ice. Like, it just wasn't safe. It was time for an update, so came up with this. So when we first started evaluating the site, obviously there's a huge elevation change. In construction terms, we zeroed out on the slider behind me, and then down to the seawall was almost 15 feet. So we've got a lot of elevation to traverse in a short backyard. A couple of things we wanted to bring into play were tall retaining walls and like a little midsection to kind of break that up and give a feel of different living spaces in the backyard. So we've got two wall products we use. Both of them are by high format. This one behind me is Grand Ledge. It's a 12-inch tall product, and with this face of this wall being so tall, I think the exposed face is almost 10 feet. Wanted to use something larger scale, so when you're out there on the lake and you're looking at this, it's just not all one scale on the wall. There's two different scales we're using. The other scale over here, this is high format Coda. It's a 6-inch tall block. They're divisible by each other. That one's 12, this one's 6. We use this in a lot of places right here, right out front, running the whole property line, and then up there behind me. One of the cool things we did pull off was we did a zipper between Grand Ledge and Coda, where we stacked those blocks like this, as you'll see in the video here. This project has 3 staircases on it, and they all have different widths for their intended use. So this one right here is 6 foot wide. If you're gonna do any heavy lifting or living on a lake, moving canoes, kayaks, coolers, if you got a big wide staircase like this, where it flows into the front yard where you're free of restrictions. From the backyard to the front yard, you could easily just walk right past the house. You don't have to worry about maneuvering any tight quarters with big objects. This staircase right here, this is a 4-foot staircase, and it's split by this middle patio just like that 6-footer is. The original staircase kind of came down in the same area, and it was old, leaning, had the PVC handle to grab onto to get up and down. So this is like their just main staircase pedestrian use to the lake on the boat back up into the house. It splits their upper living areas. You've got what they're going to use as just a couple chairs and a coffee table over there, and this is going to be their dining area over here. So it's conveniently located right in the middle. As we talk about the staircases and their intended use, I did want to point out that this is a darker gray than the wall to give contrast and provide emphasis that this is a path. Just like this sidewalk down here, this is marble and the main patio is marble, but the actual walkways where your feet are going to be wet coming in and out of the lake have a little bit more of a grippy texture to them. To again say that this is a path, this is what this is used for. We want to make sure this is functional above all else. This here is the middle patio, and prior there was a steep rock bed. This was like a dead zone. There was nothing you could ever do in this area. So to kind of make the most out of their backyard, a small backyard, we decided this is going to be like its own patio. It's separate from the lake, it's separate from over there, it's got its own feel, it feels like its own room. This is kind of where we came up with the name of the project, the Castle, because it's just got a little bit of architecture to it. It's just a nice space in the middle where you guys can kind of gather and get away from everything else that's going on. This right here where we're standing is a dining area. So they got the option to put either a table this way or a table this way with an umbrella over top of it, some chairs around, so they can go ahead and gather, eat, with beautiful views of the lake right behind them. One of the other pre-existing site elements we're dealing with is this canopy right here. This thing comes out 8 feet, so that's right about to where this wall is. And 8 feet is really wide. Like, that allows this whole area to be shaded, chairs to go along the home, and still room for people to walk to the dining area down to the back door without running into things around them. This corner right here is kind of a smaller quarters. Right behind you, you've got the sliding glass door and another door into the home. So there's a couple service points there. People kind of walk around here. Really, the only thing you could do here is maybe grill, put a couple chairs and a coffee table or a lounger and get some sun. So this is still a small living area in and of itself right here in this corner. At one point, this was our biggest obstacle, is this space right here. This was our service point. This is like one thing we really had to overcome. Like our first time through here, we're like, yeah, this is kind of weird. Like we're, you know, the maximum width of a full-size skid steer just driving through here, 5 feet off the ground, you know, next to the neighbor's house. Obviously we reinforced the wall and everything went fine, but this right here, you know, it was our service point, our access point at one time, and now it's just a walkway front to backyard where it leads into that 6-foot staircase and it comes around to the front door. This is right in front of the home, right in front of the front door. It ties into the garage service door. We've just got this area where she can go ahead and set her flower pots out in front of the home. This is a driveway. It's black. It's got a beautiful herringbone pattern. Right in front of that, we've got these rocks from out west, either Utah or Colorado. They're purple. Homeowner likes purple a lot, so, you know, try to give these rocks right in front of the driveway, say, hey, this is where we're going to stop our cars and not carry on in the backyard. And there's a big wide driveway. You could put 2 cars side by side. It's a really classic look. It's not overpowering, but it complements the home very nicely. And any vehicle parked on here is going to look great. We picked out this beautiful white gloss railing to go on top of the wall because we're so high up. You know, this one is a baluster, so it's got the aluminum posts that go vertical in the railing. And then back on the lake side, we use glass kits. So anywhere the home looks out to the lake, there's glass. You can see right through the railing. As you can see, we have all these glass panels right here. Look right through the water, and this just looks gorgeous. We really appreciate you joining us for this video and this walkthrough. This is a gorgeous project. We're really happy to be a part of it, show everybody what we're capable of doing, and it was just an overall fun experience to be down here with the lake view and build something as beautiful as this.